The girl caught the weapon and turned around. She stood on the platform. Monsters surged forward like a tidal wave. The female soldiers leaped off the platform. This was the tactic known as the Cranecore attack. They controlled their bodies with ropes and fought the monsters in midair. Sometimes they had to return to the platform to change weapons. Many young lives were lost on the battlefield, but to protect their homeland, they had to fight. Soon, the monster queen appeared. The general immediately ordered an attack. Countless fireballs with spikes were launched, but the queen was protected by her guards. The fireballs couldn't penetrate their hard armor. The queen began to command the battle. The monsters followed her orders and began to climb the walls in large numbers. This was a battle for the survival of humanity. Now the soldiers must engage in close combat. The monsters gradually broke through the defensive perimeter. Two captured foreigners were terrified. A guard had no time to watch over them. At that moment, a man rushed to save them. Though they were not citizens of this country, they still chose to join the battle and resist the monster invasion together. Fortunately, their combat strength was high. They worked together and killed several monsters. The queen sensed this crisis, so she ordered all the monsters to cease their attack. The brutal battle came to an end. William and Pero realized the crisis this nation was facing. They had originally been mercenaries sent here to steal gunpowder, but because they had participated in the battle, the general graciously thanked them and invited William to tour the Cranecore facility. When William stood on the platform, he felt the bravery of the female soldiers. That night, the generals gathered to discuss battle plans. William stayed behind to share his thoughts. However, Pero was impatient. He only wanted to steal the gunpowder and return to Europe quickly, and did not want to participate in the battle here. He and William had a disagreement. The next day, William still came to the city walls to help. Pero wanted to leave alone. The fog was thick, and the monsters crept up quietly and launched an attack. The defense forces also had a strategy for such bad weather. A crack opened in the Great Wall. The soldiers pushed out giant scissors to attack. Another group of soldiers defended from above. At that moment, William quietly moved to the side. He wanted to leave, but he was torn inside. So many people were desperately protecting the country. He couldn't pretend not to see it. In the end, he chose to stay. At that moment, the soldiers were trying to capture a monster for research, but the monster was very strong. So William picked up his bow and jumped down, climbing down the iron chain. Under the soldiers' cover, he reached the ground. Do you want to know the outcome of this battle? Please leave a comment and let me know.